One of the reasons that we use CAD now instead of the drawing board is that the software can automatically create repetitive line work for us. The array command is one such command. Given one set of objects, it will recreate those objects in a grid of your defining. Let's open up a file and look at the array example drawing file. In this example, we want to create a conference room display filled with chairs that are evenly spaced in rows and columns. So if we zoom in here, here's a chair that we have already drawn for us, and I want to fill it in with columns and rows of chairs. Now we could create construction lines. I could start off very quickly here, drawing some different lines, and then copying them over and over again, and I'd have to make sure they were right and correct, and I would do a lot of different work when I can get one command, the array command, to do all of that for me, and I don't have those extra lines in there. So we're going to use the array command. Type in the word array, or just AR, or you can go to the Home tab on the ribbon, go to the Modify panel, and go to the array command. This is the rectangular array. Now there are 3 different array commands, and we're going to take a look at all of them. Each one will create an array, but in different ways. We're going to look at the rectangular array. So start the command. Now from here, the array command will be very visual, and it will help us along as we go. So select the chair, and you can pick one object to array, or you can pick a multitude of objects. It just depends on what you want to do. Press enter. Once we press enter, it will automatically generate an array of objects for us. And it gives us some grip edits that we can work with, or we have this contextual ribbon. A contextual ribbon comes into play only during specific moments when the context is right. That's why it's called a contextual ribbon. And this is one such ribbon, the array creation ribbon. You will also see this ribbon come up when you want to edit your array. So right here, it tells us the type of array. Oh, and on a note, if you type in the command array, you have an option to pick which type of array you want to use. So you may have had that as a step. Here we define the number of columns, the number of rows, and how many levels. You can also grip edit some of these options if you'd like. Let's say we want to change this from 4 columns to 6. Type in the number, and then just pick somewhere else on the screen, and it will automatically enter in 6 columns. Now, how many rows should we have? Let's try 6. Now we can see that we have one too many rows. Type in 5, and then there it goes. I see how quick and easy that was. Now, once you press enter, your array has been complete. Now you'll notice this is an associated array. That means they're kind of together as one object, though they're all separate. Now I can grip edit any of these at any time now. Now if I click on here, I can stretch it to the right to add more columns. Or if I move to the left, it will remove some of the columns. Same way if I go up to the top, it will add or remove rows. So it's very quick and very easy to edit. If I click on these arrowheads, that stretches out the whole distance, that adds that same thing. Same way on the top, this is only adding rows. This one will add columns, this one will add rows. This button will add rows or columns. If I click on this box here in the bottom left, it just moves them around as one unit. If I turn off my ortho, I can kind of center these right in the middle here as much as I'd like. Now if I click on these arrowheads, this changes the space between the columns, so they're spaced further apart. In the same way, this arrow changes the space between the rows. Now I can make my changes very quickly on the fly as I would like. It's very easy to do. Now all of those commands are also available up here. I can change my spacing right here. I can make it a perfect number, 80, or I can change it by the total distance. Say here, I want this to be 70. And now they are perfectly 70 units in between each other. Now the levels that I have here at level 1, now let's say I add a level 3. You can't really see anything because now it's stacked up 3 chairs right on the top of each other. This is in the Z axis. It's for 3D arrays. Quite simple. very easy to use and very quick to do.